Hey guys, Mr. T here. Sorry, my voice. I just got out of church. Just thought I'd stop through a drive-through at Filiberto's, and love this place. Oh, so good. And I figured there's a super long line, so might as well do a Mobile America. And I figured what I would do today is in honor of the National Park Service turning 100 yesterday. I'll do one on the national parks. So the National Park Service in the United States is officially 100 years old. They turned 100 on August 25th, 2016. Okay, because their birthday, President Woodrow Wilson. Okay, he was president during World War I. Wilson's 14 points, had a stroke in his later presidency, pretty much became nothing more than a figurehead because he couldn't do anything after having a stroke. He signed the National Park Service into being August 25th, 1916, over 100 years ago. Now, before I get into what the National Park Service does, quick little history lesson. Teddy Roosevelt was actually the first president who really pushed for a national park system. Okay, there were a few presidents for him, like, yeah, maybe we should have this, but he was the first one who really pushed for it. And then in 1916, President Woodrow Wilson made it official. He signed the National Park Service, started multiple national parks all across the nation, hundreds of national parks, things like Yellowstone, the Grand Canyon, things like that. Okay? Now, back to the National Park Service. What the National Park Service does is, once a national park has been established, okay, and they could be anything, they could be mountain ranges, ditches, the Great Plains, anything, okay? Anything that warrants a national park. Once they're established, they're then taken care of, monitored, tourists come in, things like that. The National Park Service alone brought in almost 310 million visitors last year alone, in 2015 alone. That's only 10 million less than the entire population of the United States. So almost the population of the United States visited national parks in 2015 alone. They're expecting to break that record this year. Okay? Now, as far as national parks go, the two most visited, and I was going to look up a third, but after realizing what the second one was, I didn't care anymore. But the first one is the Great Smoky Mountains, and they border North Carolina and Tennessee. All right? They see about 10 million people a year. The number 2 most visited national park is in my home state, the Grand Canyon. That sees about 5 to 6 million people a year. All right, those are the 2 most visited. The third, I think the third is Yellowstone, but I could be wrong. Don't quote me on that. So that's the National Park Service, ladies and gentlemen. Another great example of America. So, ladies and gentlemen, my Americans, I'm pulling forward. Mobile America, or Stay Beautiful Americans, stay tuned for another episode of Mobile America. I'm pretty sure what I'm doing is, actually no, I stopped, so I'm good. So stay tuned to another episode of Mobile America. Go to visit a national park, preferably the Grand Canyon, and stay beautiful, Americans. Mr. T signing out. Peace.